So I'm with Pamela Winfrey from the Exploratorium, and you were just part of a panel discussion about thinking about issues like mental health in new and different ways. And one of the things I was really interested in was your idea that objects equal people. And maybe you can talk a bit about that in relation to the exhibition that you curated.
So the exhibition was called The Changing Face of What is Normal, and it was really based on these suitcases that were discovered in a hospital in upstate New York. And what was interesting to me was the objects actually bridged the gap between people feeling like they had no relationship with people that had any kind of mental health issues. So it was one of these interesting things where the objects spoke louder than we could possibly have spoken in any kind of graphics or any kind of text. For example, I didn't give this example on the panel, but I wish I had. There was a guy named Frank who was an African-American military guy. He went into a diner and he was served on a chipped plate. And he took it personal and he went outside and he started kicking a garbage can down the street, and he never got out of the hospital system after that. And what you realize when you're looking at the objects that he brought with him, he's got these beautiful pictures of his sister, his family, there's beautiful letters, and all of a sudden you're sitting there going, wow, that letter sounds like a letter I might have written, or that looks like my sister. And I think that, what was interesting is that when they got into the backstory, it turned out that he was probably gay, and he was having a hard time reconciling being gay with being African American at the times and being military at the times. So people were able to, through those objects, put themselves in his shoes, I think.
Right. And talk to me a bit about your notion that you said that you wanted to design exhibits that were more emotionally centered than intellectual. Right?
I had an epiphany when I was doing this exhibition, because I didn't understand this when I created it, but when I watched the impact that it had, people would leave the exhibition and they would be crying and thanking the people on the way out. And I realized that I think that science museums are possibly have made a mistake in that they think that everybody is intellectual like they are. Not everybody is intellectual, but everybody is emotional. And I've got a new theory that if you create experiences that are emotional, the first primary lens is emotional, then people will care, and when they care, they want to learn. So that's my new idea.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.